Hello lovelies, this is your bullion knot tulip tutorial, and all of these stitches are done in 2 strands of thread. This is a stem stitch. I've got a tutorial in my playlists which is a lot more detail, but basically you're doing a stitch and you're going to go back down and start another stitch almost at the base of the first one. So you're going to do your stitch length and you're going to come back up through the fabric in the hole that your first stitch went down into. Pull your needle through and then do a stitch length. I like to keep a loop, it gives me a space to see what I'm doing. And we're going to do this stem stitch all the way for the length of your stalk. I'm going to use this green again, so rather than finish off the stitch, snip it off and then have to restart it all over again, I'm going to leave the thread out the top of the fabric, out of the way, and come back to that later. It really helps. So just lay it across over there and ignore it. Now thread your needle with your pink or red or whatever colour you want to choose, and we're going to do a bullion knot. Come up through the fabric at the top of that stem and we're going to do a stitch length, but leave that loop, you're going to need it. Go back and bring your needle up through the fabric at the top of that stem and wrap your thread around your needle. Do it nice and slowly, be careful, needles are sharp and pointy and they will hurt you. Hold on to it with your thumb and your forefinger. Hold those wraps gently, pull your needle through, and you'll be left with this coil of wrap around that thread. So tweeze it into shape with your needle and then go back down into the fabric at the top of your bullion knot. We're now going to do a lazy daisy, so come up at the bottom of your bullion knot on the left and in on the right, the bottom of your bullion knot. Don't pull it all the way through, keep that loop, you need it, and bring your needle up at the top of the bullion. Then pull your thread and tack it in place at the top, just there. You're going to need to do 3 of these to make your tulip shape. And when you're finished, finish it off by taking your needle through to the back and underneath the stitches. Now, rethread your green, and we're going to do some satin stitches starting at the base of the petals. So do 1 small satin stitch, then another one slightly bigger and another one slightly bigger until you've made this little cap shape. There's your bullion knot tulip. Happy stitching. By the way, put them all together, make a whole bunch. Happy stitching.